Good afternoon and welcome to Dani Mac's Behind the Podcast. Or Behind the Podcast. Yeah.
Good.
Dani Mac's Behind the Paddock. Episode 4. And I'm joined by the one and only LOI Khan, and he has his very own intro song.
I
He's
said
coming.
during the week, I was like, if the lads, I'm expecting a bad to the bone reference in there at some point.
Oh, your own walk-in music and all.
Yeah.
The biker boots are out
Stop.
and the leather jacket is on. What?
Oh, I have them on, nice and polished.
Oh, as you do.
Yeah.
Just sitting there ready and waiting.
Yeah, can't wait now.
So, Connell, tell me
Yes,
this and
Danny.
tell me no more. Who's Connell? Who is he? Where's he come from? What does he do? How did you get into F1?
So, yeah, well, obviously, I'm Connell. I'm from Clare, basically in the middle of nowhere. I kind of when my mum met my stepdad when I was about 5, he was big into his cars and stuff. And he's, a rally driver, so he has his own car and stuff and his own van for his bits and things. So I was already at a young age pushed, well, not really pushed, but, kind of introduced into motorsports fairly early on, and I always liked rallying and the F1 and the stuff and all that, but when, I think it was about 2015, I saw the races on Sky, and I could never watch them, but I always asked my dad, could he pay for it for a month, I could watch the race the week after or something like that. So kind of got into it there and always watched, highlights and stuff like that and
Yeah.
things, and been to rallies all over Ireland, and I've been to Wales for World Rally Championships as well, and
No way, have you?
Yeah.
Didn't know that
when
now.
I was 8 and when I was 14, we went to Wales for Rally GB, and things like that. So yeah, it was very good to go for that and things, but just I was always surrounded by that kind of way of life, and just got me interested in Formula One then and rallying big time. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was good.
So, you've obviously been here from season 1, and you've been in the Williams seat since season 1. Like, did you meet Slater through Contest of Speed, and then that's how
Yeah.
you got involved in the league,
So
or what way did that work?
I met Slater in Contest of Speed, and probably everyone knows by now. Obviously, myself racing in it, coming second in the championship this season as well. I met
That's big.
Slater.
This is
Yeah,
what your third season with them, is it?
third or fourth, I can't remember
Yeah,
now.
I can't
but,
remember either.
Being literally my first, I go back to COS. Like when I first joined COS, I had F1 2019. I think about 2 months, and I maybe played it once or twice a day for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Did some 5 lappers online, killed a few lads in 5 lappers, and went off. That's all I did. And
Still out here crucifying
I,
people.
oh yeah, I met one of the head admins in COS in a 5 lappers, and I ended up crashing him out, and he invited me to a party, and he gave me an awful stick,
Oh god.
and we ended up becoming friends. Then an hour later, and basically he invited me to the Discord and stuff like that. And
Is that Ricardo?
no, it was Fruitful and
Oh
Mitch
yeah.
Slater will know who they are, but they were kind of big in COS at the time, and Fruitful was probably like one of the quickest drivers on PS4 as well
Yeah.
at the moment. So yeah, I met them lads and got involved through there, and I remember I never done any sort of league races, and I was shit. Had all my assists on, every single thing was on. Went into my first league race, Tier 3 Australia. It was season 4, I think, or season 3. I can't remember now, but I came last. I got lapped twice. Everything. I was, jeez, these lads are mental and all this, and I think I finished last 4 or 5 races in a row.
Yeah.
Crashed out in a couple as well. I was just shocking, and then we just started to play the game, took off the medium traction and things, and I think it was that season or the season after. I was in Austria. I was actually in contention for a good result for the first time. I was in a Haas at the time in the old game in 2019.
Yeah.
Was going along grand, and I ended up taking like something like 3 seconds out of the leaders in one lap because it was starting to rain, and I was just kind of good the all drift in the car, so I was getting up near them, and they were going like the lads in the commentary were going mental because they'd never seen me this high up before, and I think it was about a week or two before Slater was in a 5 lappers actually, and he actually gave me stick. I gave him stick for hitting me off or something like that, and he was like, "Man, you're driving a bus there, get out of my way for fuck's sake," and all this, and he ended up texting me saying, "Yeah, man, great race, you're getting faster now, well done," and all that, and then he ended up inviting me to a party with Jig at the time, and then we just from there on just started talking every day and became good friends, like.
And
And
then
when
all
League of
the rest of
Ireland
us
started,
came
I
along.
was kind of there. I've been there since day one, since the league
Yeah.
started day one. So I was probably one of the first admins to ever be in that league. Like I think it was me,
You,
Jig,
Jig,
Paddy,
Paddy,
Ben Lowe.
Leo, and Ben
Yeah,
were all
yeah.
admins.
We were the first ones there.
Yeah.
Helped create it all with the lads and was always in the parties and stuff. And yes, yeah, I've been there since day one, and it's mental to think like we have 5 tiers.
Did you
Like
ever think like
I was
that?
even telling the lads in Costs, they're like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
we've
Connell,
five
can I get a
tiers
word
now.
in or? Oh no, Nelson, sorry, go ahead.
But like I was even telling the lads in Costs that we've 5 tiers, and they couldn't believe it, and they were like, "You 5 tiers? I thought you had like two." Like, no, we're five now. Like we'll probably have six for the next game. And they
Yeah,
couldn't believe that, you know.
it's at their
Like
ground.
I still
Like,
can't believe it.
did you ever think it was gonna grow as big? Like,
No.
considering like you came from Cost and just met Paddy, like just by pure fluke, like.
Yeah, like I was there in the back of my head like, this is probably I say we'll get 1 tier or 2 tiers best. Fuck me, like I was wrong. 5 tiers now, like it's
And still,
ridiculous.
people are still texting the Instagram and all, looking to join.
Yeah. God, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy, like.
And the thing is, we have we have five full tiers, or like 5 full tiers, um, for one nation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we were multi-nation, jeez, we could have fucking 10 by now, like, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
So,
that's like, it's already like
the
even.
amount of people that myself, like Paddy knows, and I know, like I got so many people involved. We were a multi-nation league, you know, which
Yeah.
the fact we're one nation, a small nation at that, it's a milestone in itself. Like to even and to be a part of that, and a very crucial part of it is, it's it's not sound cringy, but it's an honor as well. Like because I told my family members about this, and they think it's fucking class.
That's it.
I'm,
Like a lot of
I'm
people
doing
like
this, like,
don't realize how big is that. Like it just kind of
yeah.
grew and grew. Like just literally just overnight.
Yeah, and it's not a simple thing either. Like we were there at the party last night. I goes to Paddy, you should be paid for this shit. He goes, I know, yeah.
I literally,
it's just like,
I was only saying it to Gary actually last week as well. I was like, this is a fucking full-time job, like, and it's all done voluntary. Like, I don't think everyone realizes that it's all done voluntary.
Yeah, I was
Like,
there in Duns with Mam one week, and she goes, "Do you get paid for it?" I goes, "No, just do it for the crack." And she's like, "Oh yeah, okay. Is it much time of your day?" And I goes, "Well, I do fuck all anyway." She's like, "Yeah, I suppose." But yeah,
that,
like it's just, it's mental. It's like
yeah,
even now, like it's like obviously living with my dad. He just knows what times I'm racing, what days I'm racing, and not to go near me. I don't even
he
text him anymore. Like he knows
he
that Monday
knows
at
to
10
leave you
o'clock I'm in
alone.
Costs. Monday 10 o'clock I'm in Costs. 10 o'clock Tuesday for League of Ireland, and on the weekend at 7:30. Don't come near me. For my other league I'm in. So it's just he just knows. Like,
Yeah,
so it's just, it's very funny. Like, and even say like last night, one of my friends, Pluto, he's from Finland. I've known him about 2 years now, but he's big
did
at
you
F1
meet
as
him
well.
through PlayStation?
Yeah, so one of my schoolmates, we all played at Fortnite at the time, about 3 years ago when it first came out, and that's how I met all them lads, and they are even coming into the streams now, typing in the comments and all that. Even all my other mates are knowing they do this and
Yeah,
everything. They're all shocked with like 40, 50 viewers, and I'm there chatting away to 40, 50 people, like, like it's crazy. And even for everyone doing the streams and things, it's like, it's mental. Like I think we had, it was 14 drivers we had for our first ever race.
yeah.
You know, like 5 different nights. Like it's just mental.
And do you reckon then for the future? Like, what do you think is the future for the league? Do you reckon,
Like,
like, do
I
you hope
feel for the
kind of
next
that
game,
there'll be
yeah.
a sponsorship or something, or something to come out of it? Like, what would your like end goal, or not end goal, but what would you like to see for the league in the future? Like,
I just want, like, I suppose, not just myself, but for everyone, we're all striving to make it more professional as well.
yeah,
To not just be a piss about actual good professional competitive racing. And I still want it to grow. I want it to be like, I want tier one to be like the pinnacle of like Irish esports for F1, and we're probably already at that. Like, I want it to a point where like I could be in tier two. It's in someday it could be that competitive.
yeah,
Like, I think for the next game as well, because excuse me, so many people just buy the game just to try it out, because people buy car games and shit like that and just do it for the crack.
all the
Like,
time.
with the new when the new game comes out now, there'll be even more people that might want to buy the game. And like this game, like 2020 especially, obviously everyone knows it's not not the best game, 4-1 game ever. Like, it's so glitchy and all that, but it's been publicized so much more with like the likes of the Sidemen and stuff like that getting involved with F1, and getting the golfers, PGA Tour golfers involved, fucking soccer players. It's
Yeah,
so much more public, and people will see that and like, oh look, they're playing this game, looks class, we'll buy it. And like, that's what we want. I think that's every league wants in a way, but like, I just want it to keep growing and growing and growing. Like, it's gonna get to a time where like someone's gonna have to fucking quit their job and do this. Like, you
yeah.
know, it's mental. Like, it's I can't wait for the future anyway. And like, and I suppose we're not going anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? So that's it. Like, I'm just delighted to be involved.
If you'd like to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And such a big community, like, I know obviously not everyone is gonna get on, but I feel like for a bunch of lads, there's not that many arguments, and if there is
No.
arguments, they kind of get nipped in the bud quite quick and quite fast.
Yeah.
Because obviously
Like, it's
no one wants to be
90%
arguing, like,
Yeah, it's 90% just a bit of crack.
yeah,
Like, I know we ate the head off people inside the chats there. People like, after, oh, so you're a fucking retard, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it's all love. It's all a bit of crack. It's only a fucking game.
it just shows how the passion, like, behind everyone.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, my fucking tier 5 race, I don't, sorry about the background noise, my washing machine is having a fucking fit over there, so I do apologise if you can hear that in the background. But I know, like, I sat here and I sobbed my little heart out on Thursday, because first of all there wasn't a formation lap, and I was like, ah, yeah, like, I hope the lads know it's not a race, like, and you were like, you were in the party with him and you were like, no Donners, it is a race.
Go,
And then
go. Yeah.
then obviously fucking that put me off, and then fucking checking me, like, I sat here and I sobbed, and then when the restart happened, I fucking, me TV just turned black. It didn't even fucking come up that it was turned off, because I have that timer turned off, and I sat here for half an hour crying. Like, that goes to show like how much passion is behind all of it. Like,
Yeah. Oh, it's just like, for example, like that. Like in Australia last season when I hit into Farrell, he went mental at me and called me all sorts of names, and the next morning then we were best both again. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
It was just in spur, in the moment kind of thing. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's heated
And
passion.
yeah, like, it's so competitive, like, with everyone, and like tier one is just a slugfest.
Yeah.
Like, if you make a mistake, you get punished. Like, any little mistake, you get punished. If you're not perfect every lap, all the time, you're gonna be losing places left, right, center. And it's just so competitive, like, and say, like, I could hit someone or they could hit me, and like, oh, you're a fucking, I'll show you all this, and the next morning, then, yes, sorry about that, just kind of in the moment kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's never serious. Do you know what I mean?
No, God no.
Only
Like,
then, if it turns serious, then it's a different story. Like, but it's never gonna, like, it very rarely escalates that far, and that's what I like about this community. And I suppose with other leagues being like multi-nation, they're not gonna get other cultures.
that's it. Like,
I could go up to an American fella, I call him a gobshite, and he'd think that I'm after insulting his whole entire family. But then with an Irish person, go away for yourself, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
do you
mean,
know, the
so
Irish,
like
the Irish
we all
banter
get
like
each
is
other,
completely different.
yeah. And like we just I suppose we understand each other,
Yeah.
and we all know it's not serious, like And like I know some, like obviously myself included, sometimes I might think it's serious, and then I get fucking offended. But then at the end of the day, then I need to cop on. It's like, it's not funny having the crack, whatever.
Oh,
And I
listen,
suppose
I do be
people
like,
learn that too, like
I'm the same. Like, me and you have had our fair share of arguments.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no one realises this. Like, me and Connell hated each other, and now we're besties. He's my best friend. Like, hey, bestie.
Your bestie, my bestie.
Sit down by the
Sitting
fire.
We
I only said that to you a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, when fucking the inter-county restrictions are lifted, when you come up to Dublin, like me and you were doing that TikTok in our vans,
Like
gonna be real cute in your biker boots, leather jacket.
I'll bring them, like
slick
I'll bring
back.
them up, no worries.
You know yourself.
Yeah. But like it's just everyone is just, it's all like a big family in a way. Like even people say Mesh and Slayer saying like, oh, this helped me so much get through this lockdown with my mental health and all that. You don't expect those things. You really don't from a fucking league on a game. Like you don't get that in a lot of other games.
Yeah.
And like everyone can, like in that Discord, we can always have a conversation. And we all have similar interests: football, golf, F1, GA, other motorsports as well. It's all just it's great, And like even say I could be going, like even the other day, my mum asked, "Oh, how's the league going?" That's good, yeah. I think we got a few more people there last week, and we've fought, over 100 people now on the Discord and all that, and going strong, and and it's like all the admins were like fucking headmasters over everyone now, trying to sort it all out. I said it's like a zoo sometimes in there. I have to mute the phone sometimes.
Oh, stop!
But, like,
at night time now, I have to turn my internet off. The phone does be hopping, and I can't sleep because the phone does be vibrating beside me. Like,
Yeah, but that's good. Like that's not a bad thing,
Yeah.
It's excellent. And like,
sometimes though, you're just like, oh my god, take a day off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously,
but
like,
it's
busy.
so diverse too.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm fairly sure on this, but TTV United Boys in tier 3 or 4, I've forgotten now, but I think he's the youngest in the Discord. He's only about 12 or 13. And then we have the likes of
Jamie Enright, A. Whelan, Ben Radcliffe, Reese Lally. They're like 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, and then you have the likes of Jono and stuff like that up in their late 30s, like 40s, whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's crazy. And like
Pat Myler was like what, 48 or something, wasn't he?
Sure, he's the fella, the Donegal catch fella inside the boxes in the freezer. That's him, sure. That's it. With the all grey beard and all.
My idea on file in a filing cabinet.
But like, it's just like, it's crazy, and like I never personally expected it. I think the people who started the league at first, myself, Slater, Leo, Ben, we all didn't expect that. I don't think.
No.
I think everyone will back me up on that. We didn't expect that at all for this league to become so huge. And it's, I'm there, looking at other leagues I was in, like, they're bookie pens compared to what we are, like, what we are now. Like we've had, I think we had a person there leave the league at the very start, and then they ended up joining back then a year later because we're so big now.
Yeah, that was Irish Gary. He traded. He left us. And then we came back because he's saying, actually, this is going somewhere.
Yeah.
I have to try and convince Irish Gary to get on this with me one night, because every episode I've given him stick, or he's always brought up in conversation. So I'm gonna have to try and get him on. I'm gonna have to pay
Gary,
him.
he talks enough in the party, so there's no fear of him.
He talks nothing but fucking shit. I know.
Yeah.
Ah, we love Gary.
Shout out Irish Brennan. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Gina.
He told me a few good coffee spots there he did this morning around Clara, so.
Does it have bus parking, does it?
Oh, yeah, premium bus parking.
Oh. So obviously kind of like you've been with League of Ireland since the start, help set it up and all. You've been in Tier 1 for most of it. I think last season you were in Tier 2, was it? Or
No, I've been in Tier 1
season
since the
3?
very start.
Were you not in Tier 2?
No,
No?
always been in Tier 1. I was the second quickest driver at one point,
Yes, you were.
and then that went to shit then.
Then you shit the bed.
No, Scuba joined, and then obviously the Boots joined. Then they were gone. They got kicked. So good luck to them lads. But yeah, Tiger O joined then, and he was quick. And then yeah, I'm not at the top anymore. But yeah, like I've always been in Tier 1, and even it's mental how Tier 1 is now.
How many podiums
Like-
have you got, Connell, or have you got any?
So I think it's 7.
That's not bad.
I think it's 7. I'm not
Obviously,
sure now. It's
you've
over
never got the
5
W,
anyway.
like obviously because you're
Never
in
got
a
the dub. No.
because you're in a tier with a lot of aliens.
I'm in a tier with probably probably in the top 5 quickest drivers in Ireland. Like
Yeah,
I can't compete with that.
and
Can't. You know what I mean?
rumor has
Like,
it that Tommy lives in your head rent free after coming up from Tier 2.
Oh, is that true? Is it?
Yeah.
Who's saying that now?
Apparently you have nightmares and stuff about Tommy, like you have to sleep with a night light on because
Oh, yeah.
Tommy's living in your head rent free.
Yeah, well, you know, when you win the Farmers Championship, it's you can have a bit of a big head on you, like, but if you haven't been in Tier 1 since the start, you know what I mean, I'm not gonna let you push me around, If I was in Tier 2 all the time, I would have all them championships won by now. So me and Tommy, like, we fucking go at each other, like, but it's all just a bit of crack,
It's all
like,
banter.
Tommy's ridiculously quick. Like, Tommy's fucking gobshite, like, at the game. He's just ridiculous at it now.
Is he
Like-
ahead of you pace wise?
Pace. Look, if I would say for 3/4 of the tracks, he'd be quicker. I don't know, I'd say half the tracks he'd be quicker, and then there's a few tracks we'd be same pace. Then
Yeah.
there's tracks I'm way quicker than him on.
So I expect a lot of
the
battles
thing is,
then.
That's how it goes for everyone. Like, Farrell is quicker than me in some tracks. I'm head over heels on him in other tracks, and we're the same in other tracks.
Yeah.
It's like that with Owen BRX, it's like that with O'Sheen. It's like that with, Saucy, Dan OM. It's like that with everyone. We all have our good tracks, we all have our bad tracks, we all have our tracks we're good at, and they're also good at. That's how it's gonna go. Like, in qualifying for most of the tracks, a lot of people will be ahead of me, but in a race, then I'm always creeping about.
Yeah. Now, obviously,
'Cause-
Williams won the constructors then last season. Do you think the Williams have a strong team again now for this season? Do you think they're gonna go for the constructors? Jesus, I can't say that. Constructors. Oh Jesus, the constructors championship again.
For Tier 1, is it?
Yeah. But no, just overall.
Overall, yeah, like, the Williams teams now do look fairly strong. And in Tier 1, obviously now Eloy Sully is my teammate. He's been my teammate now for the last 3 seasons, I believe.
You and Sully work well together.
Yeah, Sully obviously had a lot of assists off last season, so he wasn't at his pace, but now he's quicker than he ever was.
He's after finding a
put back
comfortable
on-
medium, like.
He's after putting back on some assists, which has benefited him, a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone will
And-
say that, and it's go on.
Do you run assist?
Yeah.
Fuck off, Tommy.
See there, but I run the line and I run the braking, and that's it. I have my traction on my gears, or manual on my traction. So yeah, gears and manual, and I have my traction off. I only took them off at Christmas time. Um, like I'd be in tier two if I didn't take off my assists.
Yeah.
I say for example at the start of the season we had USA was the first track last season. I think so. I had like a 1:30.0 in time trial. I went in there about 3 weeks ago and I took like 7/10 off my time.
Yeah, we see.
And that's just
Like I only know this from obviously what like you yourself and Slater and stuff. Are telling me obviously time trial is just one lap pace, like
yeah,
where your race pace is
completely different ballgame.
yeah. So it
Like you
like
can win and go in time trial all you want, but it's gonna do fuck all for you.
that's it. Like I set like deadly laps on time trials sometimes, and then I go
Yeah,
into qualifying and I absolutely shit the bed because I like
yeah,
have to try not hit people and do you know like it's different.
completely. Like time trial, I only found this out 2 weeks ago. You know, props to the lads, but like in time trial, you have 10 kilos of fuel in your car, equivalent, and then in short qualifying, you have S5.
Yeah,
So the car feels completely different. In some tracks, you're not going to go near your time trial. In other tracks, you'll be past your time trial. For example, in Netherlands, qualifying last week, I think I was like a tenth quicker in short qualifying than I was in time trial, just down to the fact of fuel and track evolution. And then, like, you know, in a race, then like if you don't put in the effort with the race stints, you'll be suffering. And I know I'm kind of contradicting myself here because I haven't touched Bahrain short in a race until I'll probably grind it out now tomorrow, but haven't touched Bahrain short for this week at all
not yet.
in a race. And I hate the track, so I'd have no interest in it. Like, but you know, at the same time, you can't afford to let yourself go either.
That's it. See, fucking Bahrain short. Whoever picked it, I want to slap them. Cause see, do you know, like obviously you come down the first turn, then you go up. I keep thinking I'm going flat out, but I have to fucking brake and then obviously fucking turn without hitting the coin or the coin. Jeez, I can't get a sentence together today. Hitting the cones. God's sake, Danny. I've had a stressful day with my child. Here's a bit of advice for
Yeah,
everyone in the Discord. Wrap it up. Kids are not worth it. They stress you out to the max.
yeah, that's good
Bit of
advice there,
advice
lads.
off Dani Mac, off the
Yeah,
mammy.
the mammy. Yeah, I was about to say the mammy of League of Ireland. But yeah, but it's just you know, it's I saw like I went to the time trial and shit. Like time trial, you can do as much as you want, but at the end of the day, that's not a race. Like, I remember my first league races, I'd be shaking in the chair, shitting myself, going for nervous poos,
Oh,
forehand, everything. Now it's whatever.
yeah.
Sit down, chill out, do your qualifying, do your race, and have a bit of crack. You know what I mean? Some tracks, like for example, when I won in Baku in Kos there 2 3 weeks ago, I was bricking it because I loved that track, probably one of my best tracks in the game, and I knew I was going to win it, and I was just shitting myself because I had
Yeah.
to win. If I didn't win, I'd be so disappointed. But I did win by like nearly 3 seconds.
You do.
So,
You do. Like, all the emotions, like, I'd be sweating. And,
oh,
like,
stop.
me stomach does be, like, doing backflips. Like, I get so nervous. I think that's because I don't really know the game as well as maybe I should, considering I've been here since halfway through season one, like. But,
Yeah,
like, I don't take it that serious sometimes.
yeah,
Like, do you know, I maybe should learn it. That's why I have all yous kind of teaching me now on me fucking fuel and whatever. But like, I just kind of just go with the flow. Like,
yeah. Like that's that's with me as well at the moment. Like there's lads there, like the tier one boys, not just tier one, everyone like grinding out tracks, and like I was talking. Who was I talking to last night? I was thinking to Gary this morning. was talking to him in the park, and I was like, I've done barely any practice for a lot of races in the last few weeks. In term, yeah, I suppose to other lads in my league, in my tier, you know, like
Yeah.
I'll go in and do one or two short qualies, and I'll be like, right lads, go on to a different game. But to be lads doing 12, 10, 12, well, not 10, 12, but 5 or 6 short qualies in a row, I'd be burnt out after that, you know.
Yeah.
But like, but if I just put in that grind, then like tomorrow now I'll be fucking sweating in the chair now, grinding up our range short tomorrow. Like I suppose it's just so like a lot of people have say, for example, yourself obviously working with the kid, and obviously the other kid Leo, and which as well, like so.
Me
But,
too,
and
children.
obviously, yeah, and obviously Paddy working full time and shit like that. They don't have a lot of free time, so I suppose, and obviously with myself unemployed at home all day, do fuck all like. So I can just go and grind that out, and have the peace time, I suppose, to myself as well.
Yeah.
But like
And
it's you have to put in the grind
yeah,
if you want to do well, you know.
that's it. You
And
have to kind of
I
learn
suppose,
the tracks, learn the braking zones, and just find like where you're comfortable. Like find your pace in each track. Like you're not the same
yeah,
pace in every track. Like obviously each track is going to be
no,
different.
no, like that's 100%, 100%, yeah. Like you're not going to be the same as you said. Like even obviously, Slater hates some tracks. He's a lot slower in other tracks than other people, and then in other tracks, then he's 10 times as quick as them.
Yeah,
So that's you don't like every track. It's like with people, you don't like everyone. You're not gonna like everyone. So you know what I mean. You have to get on with it, like. But like
do you sit down when you go to the toilet? Do you sit down when you go for a piss?
me,
Yeah.
no.
Irish Gary
Jesus
wanted to
Christ,
know.
Irish Gary.
Irish Gary wanted to know.
Jesus. Irish Gary, cheek of that.
Anyway, obviously then you do comms for our tier 4. You and Farrell. I I love the two of yous on comms. I think yous are very like put together. Like yous both yous know what yous are talking about. Like
Yeah,
when I was on comms, I kind of got thrown into the deep end, kind of just to give a dig out to the lads. And like now, if I done it, I say it'd be alright because I know it. But like when I first started doing comms, I hadn't a brace.
yeah.
But
Like yeah, it's,
do you find what do you
me
find
and
more
Farrell. You go on, sorry.
what do you find more challenging, commentating and broadcasting or racing?
Oh, racing, 100%, without question. The commentating, like as everyone knows that I'm close with in this league, I can talk for Ireland. I never shut up, and
Oh, we know,
I
I
can.
know. I
Oh
can't get a
yeah,
word in
yeah,
with you, for fuck's
yeah.
sake.
Like I talk away for Ireland, like so the commentating just comes naturally, in a way.
Yeah,
And obviously,
you
me
can
and
stick that
Farrell
in your
being good
CV.
friends. Yeah. Obviously, me and Farrell being good friends, we just get along and we know what we're all on about, and we'd
Mm.
always agree and stuff. Like, say if I'd say something, he'd be like, "Yeah, you're right there." He says something, "Oh, you're right there." We just know what's the crack, like. And
It's
like
just it
we
flows.
obviously, yeah, like obviously me and Farrell pissing ourselves laughing last night and shit like that. But it's fun at the same time, like. Then
Yeah,
there's other leagues then where it's pure dead on serious, and like if like if you laughed and that you get told off by your admins or something, here it's just a bit of a give a shit, like just go on and do it and
yeah.
commentate on the race and just have fun at the end of the day, like. And
Um,
I can't wait now for Irish Gary if you'll do a comms with us someday.
Irish Gary.
Yeah, if you might grow a pair, like, and come on the old microphone, like.
We'll have to try. Gary's too shy apparently.
Yeah,
Is
I'll
what
have
I
to
is what I keep
coax him a
getting
bit.
told. He bollocks. He does too much
Gary's very
talking in the
shy,
fucking party.
yeah. But yeah, Gary with his Tesco dates and everything. But anyway, yeah, yeah, yeah. I like the way now. Obviously, of the two crayons, Adam Whelan and Ben Radcliffe, there in the chat. Listen,
That's actually
obviously,
A Whelan text me when I said any questions for yourself. Where did you come up with the nickname Crayon Brains for Ben
I
and
think like
himself?
I think I got that from one of the lads. I was either Farrell or Slater or someone, and I just thought it was so funny. And obviously, Adam Whelan and Ben Radcliffe for two gobshites, like, do you know what I mean? So I called them two crayons last night.
On the
I know that,
stream as well.
and obviously they don't know. Like, they obviously know I'm only having the crack, like, you know. But yeah, I saw there's the two crayons now. Like, obviously they're good buddies, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
they were right beside each other on track, so it was just so funny. Like, oh, here's the two crayons now, you know, close enough to each other. I just
yeah.
thought it was hilarious. Like, and they even texted me last night, like, oh, you fucker, I saw that in the stream and all that. You know, it's just funny. But yeah, crayon brains, race car bed, fucking
That's one
everything.
thing about, like, when all of us are in a party together, once there's a new saying and it sticks, everyone
Thanks for the
says it.
cheese.
Thanks for the cheese.
Yeah.
Jack Harrison's with the biggest nosebleed. He hasn't said that this season. He hasn't said that in a long time. And
No, I
literally,
get worried
I'm
about Jack.
I'm fucking shocked because literally every practice racer, every fucking five lappers, or every something, it was like I had a nosebleed, biggest nosebleed, biggest nosebleed, and I was like, Jack, like you've lost it. Like you've outworn it.
Yeah.
Like, do you know when someone oversays something and
Yeah, you're
oversteps
like,
the
shut the
mark, you're
fuck
just
up.
like, oh my god.
Yeah. I know that I haven't heard that now in a while. Nosebleed.
No,
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
it's
I don't
gonna
think
make a
many people
comeback
have had
now.
a nosebleed. Like you know, a lot of people haven't had a really bad nosebleed in League of Ireland,
Yeah,
like that we're close to. So yeah, it's but like if someone has a bad nosebleed, like you will know about it. Like we still give Gary stick for losing the championship that time, you know,
in
and that was
on
so long
Rouge.
ago. And then, you know, say when I spun in 130R in season 2 in the wet, Bengi still gives me sticks for that now and again. You know, you just don't forget about it, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And what's the story
So,
with you and Kachiga? Do you and Kachiga have a rival, even though you're in different tiers, or what is the story? I know there does be a
Kachiga,
few words crossed between you and Kachiga.
I just fucking Kachiga, fucking talk about that cunt for ages ago. But, nah, Kachiga is just, it's just fucking Ben, isn't it? I suppose, you know, obviously, all ye up in Dublin, like, all mates, like, and I only know Kachiga a short while compared to ye, like, but I'd say, you know yourselves with Ben, like, you know, there's no talking to Ben, like, you know?
Listen, I only know Ben properly like in the past year or however long I've been with Leo. Like obviously, like Ben used to be in my ex's house all the time, so I used to see
Yeah,
him in passing. But I never used to sit down and have a conversation with him. I think the first time that I ever had a conversation with Ben was on a PlayStation party,
yeah.
and yeah,
Look, fucking Kachiga is no talking to Ben, like, no, most of the time, like, so, but it's just Ben, it's fucking, Ben's just Ben, you know yourself, like,
I love
so,
Ben because you say, "Oh, the sky is blue." He's like, "No,
no, it's
it's
black.
actually red." Like, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And he
yeah,
tries so hard to convince you, and then like you be sitting there arguing with him, and then you're kind of like doubting yourself. You're like, is he right? Is he right? And he'd
yeah,
just be doing it just to wind you up, just to get a kick out of it. That's the
yeah, no,
thing with
exactly.
Ben.
Like, say, you know, we were playing Warzone the other day, and obviously I was telling Ben, no, put this on your gun. He's like, man, I don't need that, I don't need that. I'm like, man, honestly, do it. And he was like, sure, I don't need to. I can do whatever I want, you know what I mean? Just,
Yeah,
you know, you just can't talk to Ben, like, you know, but
I know.
it's, you know, it's, like, Ben would call you every name under the sun, but he wouldn't mean it, like, you know?
No, it's all love. That's how Ben shows love and affection.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Tanya.
Tommy, is it?
Tanya, his mom.
Oh, Tanya, yeah.
Oh no, I'm only messing.
Tanya.
It's all
But,
love.
yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
what's your worst moment in the league that you can remember? What's that one moment that will stick with you that you're gonna take to the grave with you?
Oh, Jesus, there's so fucking many of them, I think. Obviously spinning in Japan that time, obviously getting stick for it for weeks and weeks after, but, I don't know, like, I've had a few crashes, but, like, nothing major, like, I suppose the worst thing to happen to me was last season in Austria, when Dan OM had an absolute mare and hit me going into the pits that time.
Mhm.
And like I was on for a podium, and obviously my first podium since season 2, I believe. So like that was fucking heartbreaking. Like, you know, I had a really good pace. I was in second place for like all the race, and then pitted for fresh tires, and then Dan had a spin with some gobshite hitting him off, and things like that, and then he just locking up, going into the pits and hitting me. All just a huge big accident.
Yeah.
You know, nothing malicious or on purpose, which is great, but yeah, it's just, it was heartbreaking. Like, cause I think it was Seabucks, he was very quicker on Austria, but like I believe I probably could have took the fight to Seabucks as well for second place. But I think where I was in the track and the pace I had that day, I was on for a podium,
Yeah.
and it was terrible to get the podium denied then in that way. Like, you know, if I was beaten on track, fair enough, but nothing out of my own fault. You know, it's just awful. Like, that's
Yeah.
probably one of the worst things to happen in the league. I think. I suppose that I can remember, like, you know, I think I spun up Eau Rouge once in season 1. I think in qualifying or in a race or something. But that was, I don't really, you know, that's just, I was a gobshite back then on the game. Like, so I mean, if I did that now, then I'd be kicking myself. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And which would you prefer, racing or commentating?
Um, I like the commentating, but like the racing, I think a bit more. Um, I suppose I'd love to do both. If that's not possible, you know.
Yeah.
I like doing the comms because I want to, like, I suppose I'll go slightly personal for a minute, but like, growing up in school, I was never picked for any sort of friend groups or teams or shit like that until obviously in secondary school. I always want to get involved, and I never
Mm.
was really involved in a lot of things. So if I can do something small for a few of the lads, few of my mates, for an hour and a half of one night, I'd
Yeah.
gladly do it. So and that's with the commentating, and it's all a bit of crack because I love watching the races. It's fucking excellent to watch, like. And even, you know I'm fucking there shouting and everything on the streams, but like it's just so funny, like, you know. Obviously,
Like it does give me a good kick.
it's so like just something like, you know, when something
It's the things
happens, you
he,
try not to
it's
laugh.
on the
Like,
spot, like,
like when something happens, you try not to laugh, and then you feel guilty if you laugh. Then, and
yeah,
it's just so funny. But like I love doing the commentating, but like just mainly the racing. You know, I'm a competitive bastard, like, so I always just want to strive to do better for myself,
yeah.
if it's even just in a game, like, you know. And I always try to
And
put my best foot forward as well.
yeah, and where do you find yourself sitting? Where would you like to finish or sit? Um, in the Jesus, why can't I get a
Championship.
sentence out? Yeah,
Um, look, there's absolute aliens in tier 1 now. And look, I'm gonna be safe. I would take a top 8. Um, I believe I'm in the top 10 quickest in tier 1
yeah,
on you know, for most tracks. Some tracks then I'm stupid bad at, but like, you know, Slater, O'Sheen, Limo, Sully, Tommy, Owen, Dan OM, Saucy Farrell, you know, Seabucks. You know, there's so many people like that can just smack you around the place. And like, obviously they're gonna have their bad races, and you obviously saying,
you kind of gain
well,
from them bad races, like
yeah,
kind of
if you
thing.
if you keep your head and
You
keep the
gain off their
consistency,
misery.
exactly. Like in Belgium when I got my podium last season, I was second, I believe, when it was raining. I had a good qualifying and I got a good start. I think I was second, and I was pit stopping all that shit, and then load people like went off in front and just kept the car on the track with the tricky conditions. And then I was in fourth then when it became dry, and I had to catch Cruiser. I think it was. I got him on the last lap by just keeping my head and saving my fuel, saving my ERS, and just pumping in the laps.
Yeah,
So yeah, like it was like that was obviously a good thing. Like, but if I can keep doing that and obviously everyone will tell you consistency in Formula One is a big thing. If you do the same thing every lap and you know it's quick, you will be quick. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's if I could just try my best to do that and not lose focus, I don't see why I couldn't get a top 8. You know, so
that's really
I'd be delighted with a top 10, but I'm going to try go for a top 8 if at all possible.
yeah. And tell me this, Connell. Um, how's Optic Midnight? Is she okay? Or is there any other moths on the scene?
Oh fuck! I wonder who asked this question. But no, that ship has sailed.
What happened?
Oh no, that was just fucking that was nothing. Who's off to midnight actually? Sorry, who's that?
Who's what?
Who's off to midnight? Who's that?
What do you mean? You should know. You're playing Coveter.
No. That was all no.
Those are what?
Fucking Gary, if I asked this question to come.
What's Gary now? Poor Gary. Poor Gary gets to blame on everything.
No, that ship has gone a long time now.
Oh, I'm heartbroken for you.
Ah,
Is there
I'm not anyway.
any other any other moths on the scene?
Jeez, you know it's fucking. I don't know, like you know. I don't think there is, to be honest, you know. So.
Not yet. On
No,
Tinder,
not yet.
Bumble.
No, nothing now at the moment. All quiet.
Quiet
Oh.
my arse.
No, the phone wouldn't be hopping much, so it's all quiet.
That's a
that way.
lie. I heard you did be going having phone calls with people.
No, they're just business meetings, you know.
Business meetings? What business meetings for Tesco car park, is it?
No, that's Gary's qualification.
What's your qualification then?
Not any sort of qualification. All quiet, that's my qualification.
Rumour has it there's one from Longford, from LOI Tommy.
Longford?
Longford? Who's the board from Longford?
Where the fuck is Longford?
What do you mean, where's Longford?
No.
Mm.
See that Tommy lads? That cunt. Fucking God. Tommy. I'm sorry.
Go on.
No,
Tesco storerooms, was it? When you worked at Tesco?
Fucking Longford. No, Gary might as well be a fucking ambassador for Tesco. He's all about Tesco. So.
Oh. So.
Your man, you know, Gary buying the all 350 meal deals for them and all that, you know.
Cheap coffee day.
Ah, yeah, that's it. Getting the haircuts in a global pandemic, like, you know.
Treat them.
Getting a haircut twice a week kind of thing, like, you know.
I mean, a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Yeah.
Although,
Yeah, anyway.
oh no, I can't say that on the stream. That's a bit too much now.
White big one.
That's a good one. Love that.
Yeah, Gary Joe, bro. Dog.
Have you anything there that you want to add before we close up shop, or?
No, just thanks very much for having
sorry.
me.
Before we go, actually, what's your predictions for Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4 and Tier 5?
Tier 2, I think it's going to be a slugfest between Spider-Man and Slimlad.
Okay.
Or, we can't call him that anymore. I was going to say Schlibtless, but after recent events, we can't call him that anymore.
I do not condone that sort of shit.
Between them two boys. For Tier 3, then it's... Who's in Tier 3 again?
Connor, as an admin, you should know this shit. I'm pretty sure you're admin of that Tier 2.
I think... Is there... Bollox. I think... I know Jono's in Tier 3, and he's taken off his assist now. I think Jono's going to do very well. I believe Jono's going to get a top 5 in that. And then Tier 4, believe it or not, I feel Jimmy Enright's going to walk that. And then in Tier 5, obviously, Nando is gone back down to... he's gone back down to Tier 5 now. so he'll be much more comfortable down there. I think he'll do very well in Tier 5. So yeah, Joe McC, if he can keep the car on the track and get the good starts, I think he has a good chance of winning Tier 3, or Ben Ratcliffe and the two Crayons in Tier 3 will do well, I'd say, as well.
And what about you making me my banner?
Yeah, we'll have to have a flip-flop, discussion about that.
Connell, this has been going on since season 2, for fuck's sake. So you're gonna make me a
Well,
banner?
yeah, I said if you get a podium, I'll make you a banner.
If I get a podium, right, you heard it here first, I'm gonna get a podium now
Or was it a
tomorrow.
win? Or was it a win? I think it was a win.
No, it was a
If you,
podium.
if you get a podium, yeah, I will make
Or
you a banner saying
it was
congratulations.
in season 2, it was points.
Yeah, but
Because
no, it's a
I only
podium
scored the
now.
1 point.
You have the, you are on course for many points this season, and then for the next game as well. Or in Tier 5 to get a podium.
I'm devastated you said Nando over me in Tier 5. Thought we were best friends, Connell. I'm gonna have to return our best friend necklaces now.
Oh, that's awful. Don't say that now.
Yeah. Well, Connell, anything else then you want to add before we go?
No, I suppose just thanks for having me on, and I was looking forward to it. And I don't really appreciate some of the questions. You're all bastards, but yeah. So
It's
nah,
all
just
love,
all of the
Connell.
crack. Don't give a bollocks. It's just fucking a bit of crack, like. But
That's it.
it's just obviously thanks for everyone for being a part of the league and this community. And it, it's some people might think it goes unnoticed to us, but it doesn't at all. We all, the admin team and people who give a hand, we all appreciate it so much. And just to give thanks as well to all, I suppose everyone in the community, like, and all that, like, and obviously making friends in lockdown. Obviously losing contact with, people. Obviously, not meeting up with people and all that in the lockdown. And all, you can start to lose friendships and they go distant. And obviously, the league now it's kind of binded those back together with certain people as well.
Yeah.
Meeting everyone, and even say myself, say Farrell and Joe and Big Funny Guy, all will go play golf now, and the counties are back open again, and you'd never think of that, like, would you? So it's just excellent, like.
Well, thanks for coming on, Con.
No worries, absolute pleasure, Danners. Thank you very much.
You can catch Tier 2 tonight at 9:30.
Yeah,
Um,
later and
they
Tommy doing comms on that, I think.
Well, it might be you and Tommy.
Probably will be, I'd say. I don't know. I'll
Slider's
have
out
to
for a
see, but
walk. The dog.
for a walk, dog.
He's walking his dog. He's walking
Coco, is it?
Coco. Yeah.
Fucking dog.
No, seriously, he's out walking Coco. Oops. um, he's gonna shoot me for that. But anyway, I've been Dani Mac,
Few eye
and
emojis in the chat there for that.
oops. Good night and God bless. I'm gonna go and dig myself a grave because Slater's gonna murder me. But anyway, see us all later.
I'm gonna go hide for 2 weeks now after this.
Yeah, you and me both. Bye.